med beds and the galactics, etheric med beds, and how to work with them is not super straightforward, as there's many people who truly are not expanded to be able to see what's going on. It's complicated. The purpose of being able to see and know essentially is because there is many technologies that the terrestrials are using to scan, to identify issues, to heal with. And when you start connecting with these galactics on these etheric ships, energy consciousness ships, they have abilities to assist. Um, there are certain ways to connect. So here's a good example. If you are connecting with terrestrials, how do you know if they're good or not? So it is discernment. So how do you discern? How do you know they're of their team? And if you cannot answer these questions, then you could be bringing people on to non-serving terrestrial ships. And so it is important as a healer, if you are going to be going into these types of healings, to do it through the process of not only discernment, but of the circles of trust of the clients or their teams. And so it is many different ways. And this is largely why when I had a ship the size of a football field come in front of me about a year and a half ago, appear in my back lane in the sky, that had three subships that formed a triangle shape, and came over and started to scan me, and I was tuning in, and I knew that these beings were not of my soul family. And so then who are they? They clearly are not of my trust. So if they're not of my trust, and when I say that, I mean my oversoul group, then how could it possibly be of my highest good? Not to say they were not, but I am saying I used discernment, and I turned around and I walked back into my house without engaging. I had terrestrials come into my house one time pretending to be golden illuminated beings. They looked like they had half the heads of grays and were golden in color. And then I saw screen print technology flashed on them, and they were grays. So I escorted them out of my house and told them I'm not going to work with them. And so it is like that. So when you are having orbs, when you are having energies flying around you, who are they? What is their message? Does it feel right? Discernment. When you're channeling energies, is it truth? Is it right? All of these things, asking these questions is extremely critical in the consciousness expansion. And if you cannot discern, then you should not be doing these practices. If you do not know how to discern, then you are not in touch with your heart in the ways that you could be to be able to discern. And so the journey of going inwards begins, and asking the questions that resonate truth. So that is a few things. So next year in 2023, going to be working with people's galactic teams in the medbed technology, and working with not only healing but specific gifts and specific awareness. Some of it will be in remembering what you might say, remembering your past, like showing the records, triggering the DNA remembrance within you. So this is why, one of the reasons, I should say, not the only reason, I did want to also kind of refresh in December, but I'm also going to be spending time working deeper with the galactics on the med bed. I've already discovered some amazing things, such as vibrational healing, how it works, and how I can work with the galactic teams to optimize the vibrations for the healing in the med beds while all this is taking place. So there's a variety of things. I strongly feel by myself doing these sessions, it is going to really assist people in connecting with their galactic aspects, to receive contact, to receive trust. And by the way that I'm going to be going through in connecting with their teams, it is going to be done through trust, through discernment, the right ways of qualifying through the heart. And so, and in going to connect with them, it is in a different way than what people would just be like. Most people will just say, I'm connecting to your galactic teams. It is done differently, and so it has to be done through a discernment process. And this discernment process, there's steps to it. So it's important to who you are going to trust to do these kinds of things with you. You can always trust the light, and so you always have to do things through the light, if that makes sense. And but there's many ways of doing this so that it's done properly. So I just wanted to come on and talk about the Galactic Med Beds. These are going to be one-to-one sessions. I may do a webinar possibly, but it's not the same really. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to roll out these sessions in January, maybe February, but probably at some point in January I'll be announcing it. And it's going to be very amazing and profound, and it will be bridging the vibrations to your teams, to yourself, to your aspects, so contact can be made, so you'll be comfortable with it, plus remembering, plus the very specialized healing process that is so profound, creating a stronger relationship to the galactics. So my relationship to the light was always my number one priority, and now my relationship, now that I have built my whole foundation on creating an absolute trust in serving the light, and I feel 100% that there could not be a galactic that could fool me, that I would be discerning them. And so through the laws basically of love and vibration, these are the types of relationships I want to forge in 2023, is with the fleets and the galactics, because I'm ready. And you do have to be ready for this. You don't just jump onto this. It's very dangerous to jump to the galactics because there's too many programs, artificial intelligence and consciousness programs that are out there that are not within anybody per se. They're within the matrix, but they're not within you as an aspect of you. So that's where it kind of can go wrong with people, and people just jump to galactics before building the foundations of consciousness expansion, because there are also galactics who are very self-serving, have their own agendas, and you have to be able to discern them too. Again, why I turned away from a ship the size of a football team right in front of my house. I did discern them. It didn't feel like soul family, and so I turned around and I walked back into my house. If it felt like, let's say, a Palladian fleet, or soul family, maybe some Arcturians that I know, or some Andromedans that I know, if it felt like their vibration, a vibration of trust, it would have been totally different. I would have been more connected to the ship, and I would have been more connected to the 3 triangle ships coming out and scanning me. But these were clearly passerbyers, trying to figure out who is this guy that is doing this universal work, because at that time I was doing a lot of crazy mission work, as our soul family who's been doing it with us the whole time would attest to. So I love you guys all. Stay tuned for some amazing galactic encounters in 2023. It's going to be an unbelievable year for everybody here. This is a turnaround year for the whole community. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. Love you all. We'll see you soon. Hope you enjoyed this talk. And if I don't talk to you before the holidays, which I probably will, I'll probably make more videos, but I hope you have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk to you on the next video. So until the next video, we'll see you later.